So, I think if we plan for the future, we definitely have the resources and the people and knowledgeable people. And I think yes, rugby is doing some great things, but we need to work together as a nation, because it's only then that you will catch the best team in the world. You have to see what they do and do it better.
Coach, Junior from ENCA. Sitting beside you on that panel, you've got just a host of leaders and at least 3 captains here. Going forward, if your contract were to be extended, looking forward, who is the crop of new leaders coming out since these gentlemen are either retired or in the twilight of their careers? Who's the new crop of leaders coming out of this Springbok squad that you travel to the UK with?
Yeah, it's probably unfair to mention names, but if I have to, I think there's a lot of the youngsters really put up their hands. So I'm not going to. A guy like Bismarck has been there. Adrian Strauss is there. I think Dwayne can be a great captain. Frans Jalou can be a captain. If you go to the younger guys, Andre Pollard's captain this country at 20 level. Lua just really came through. There's a lot of guys that you can actually call. Frans Malherbe has been a captain of province. So there's a lot of youngsters coming through. I just think we need to give them the opportunity and work with them. But there's a lot of great leaders, and I think they will learn from this experience. They will be more angry for it, and if they can learn from the senior guys and one went wrong and improve on that. But it's not just the World Cup, it's the 4 years before that makes a difference. You have to put your structures and your systems and your culture in place before that. So I think there's enough leaders, and they've learned from the best. And if you look after those guys, put them on courses, get them leadership skills, how to speak to the media, I think they're in good hands. There's a lot of great youngsters coming through and great leaders.
I think a few of the past coaches in the country, or a few of the senior coaches in the country from various teams, have suggested that maybe what is really needed with this team is an addition of a technical advisor or anyone of that role to assist you in your role instead of changing the guard altogether. Would you welcome addition to your management team?
I've said from day one that it's not about me, it's about a team, and whatever can make the team better, I'm happy to do that. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of technical advisors left in South Africa, and all the technical advisors that advise the Super Rugby teams, they came 8th and 7th, and all the best technical advisors is in the rest of the world at the moment. So, if you find someone who's great, who's won a lot of World Cups and a lot of Super Rugby and Currie Cups, I'll definitely like to listen. You learn from the best, and I'm still a youngster probably in coaching, so whatever it takes, I just want to do the best for the country and for the team. It's not about me. And we had consultants in, we had great guys in, and we had technical people in. But, the end of the day, it's just about winning and what's the best for the country. So I don't mind. I'll listen to anyone as long as he's been there and he knows what he's talking about and he's got the right agenda.
Another one from Junior ENCA. Fourie, you've lost games before. I mean, we all have, and you've lost games to the All Blacks before. Is it different in this case when you and Victor are at the forefront of the team, and does it make any difference when you are expected to lead and when you're a captain or vice captain?
It makes a little bit of difference, but throughout my career, it's obviously just played to win and played to be the best I can. In this stage, it was a different environment for me to be in. It was an emotional ride for me this last few weeks, which I really loved. It's one of the best experiences in my career, and coming up short was obviously tough to take. Still tough to take, but yeah, we need to improve. In that day, anything could have happened, but we need to improve as a country. We don't have to reinvent the wheel, but we have to get the wheel running. I don't have answers today, but was just for me it was an unbelievable experience, which I really enjoyed, and especially the guys next to me that supported me was and the rest of the team. It was great. 32 guys after Japan game getting together, deciding, look, we're going to change this thing around, and as Africans I think we can be proud of it. We are very proud of that as ourselves, and we came out just short. So we must go and look. Everyone's got a lot of reasons for that, but was was so marginal, but we have to get that 2-3% right.
Obviously from the outset you emphasized excellence, and perhaps, output as well. But just how do you balance, not winning really something concrete during the past 4 years, with your aims? Is that a concern for you, or is it a building process, or is even a third place, perhaps some sort of output that you guys have achieved?
Yeah, it depends what you mean by not winning anything.
Well, I mean tournaments and trophies, yeah.
Okay. Again, you can use stats for any benefit or you wanted to use it. If you look at the last 4 years, every single country in the world, exception of the All Blacks, we by far got the best winning record. We've got by far the most tries and almost the second least amount of tries conceded. We had 2 tries. People say we don't score tries. If 2 tries were scored, was it tries of the season in the previous 3 years? 2 were South African tries. So I believe we've achieved a lot. The one thing we haven't achieved is won the World Cup. We've been close, so it's definitely a process, and it depends how you see it. I see there's a lot of successes. I believe we're on the right track. Like I said, we've come close, but if we put things in place, we can go all places.
Jean, my questions to Jean. Jean, we probably won't see this table sitting together, at least not on a immediate player basis. Can you just sum it up for us, what it's been like to have Victor, Schalk, Fourie, Bismarck and Beast on the field and here with you today?
Yeah, I think it's been a lot of fun, mostly. It's we come back to South Africa, and obviously the campaign for us has been disappointing. I think the whole country wanted us to win. We really wanted to win, and being sitting at the game in the semi-final, watching the game, watching the quarter-final, watching the semi-final, watching the last game from the stands, you could see the attitude of the guys, the commitment that went into it, and just fighting for every single point, every single tackle, and really putting their bodies on the line. And I think that's what being a Springbok is all about. And if you talk about great Springboks, then probably there's 5 sitting right here. And I've just been very fortunate to play with them, and I think today's also, maybe a celebration of a lot of these careers of the guys sitting over here. So even though we didn't come back to South Africa victorious, I think there's still a lot to celebrate, and maybe it shouldn't be such a somber. What is it today? Tuesday. It's Tuesday. Yeah. Tuesday morning. There can still be a lot to take out of this campaign. I think if we can see the positives, if we can take it for the next 4 years, the next campaign when we start again, then I think South African rugby is on the right track. So we need to find the positives out of this campaign and take that forward. But like the coach also said, we didn't win it, so there needs to be change. If we do the same again, we'll get the same results. So there needs to be change. We need to sit down. The decision makers need to sit down, take the emotion out of it, and make good decisions for the benefit of SA Rugby. So that when the guys sit here again in 4 years' time, we've got smiles on our faces, and we don't want answers. We're actually just celebrating.
Anybody else?
Well, after watching the final, did you guys maybe judge each other? We could have won this thing.
Yeah, to be honest, I didn't watch too much of the final. I was in a pub with my mates celebrating our careers at that stage. So, look, I mean, we always knew that that's the big one. Even before the tournament, when the draw came out, obviously after our first game against Japan, we thought we might not get there. But we got there, and I think as everyone pointed out, I mean, it was a hell of a close. 20 points to 18. It was so close. But then for the All Blacks to go on, a world-class team, and I think, in the final they proved that. They put Australia away. So that's certainly the fact, that they won. I think they deserved to win, but it didn't make losing the semi-final against them any easier. But getting a bronze medal from when we started the competition, I think that's one heck of achievement. I think any lesser group would have fallen apart, and I think it's a credit to the guys sitting in this up front here and the whole team, you know, a group of 31 plus a lot of management, that we got things back on track and we found a way to win. So it was a gutsy performance, if not perfect.
Maybe just something for Mark.
Mark, I think one of the key things has been honest reflection. I think one of the messages coming out of this. Is there an appetite within Saru that we kind of take an honest reflection about not just this campaign, but every other campaign that came before this, in the way that we kind of appoint our coaches, the terms, and maybe in the reflection of rugby as a whole, from franchises and upwards, or as I said, from grassroots levels.
After this tour, we will do a wash-up. We will reflect on what has happened, and then we spoke about the coaching that we did, and the process we followed. So yes, there will be a wash-up. We will reflect on what has happened, take the positives out of there, and build forward.
Just on to Stel quickly, Eddie. I mean, Stel, a quick one, man. Your comeback. Can you just sum up those emotions, madness that, yeah.
Yeah, well, obviously it feels like it went quite quickly, but you know, it's quite a process I went through. It feels like I've been telling this story for the last 5 years now. But yeah, obviously lovely. I mean, lovely to get back playing for the Springboks. You know, set out, my goal was just, you know, to play a game, and then after that you get a bit greedy. So you think, okay, let's play one more Springbok game. You come off the bench and then you start pushing for a starting lineup. So actually to be back there, have an extended run, you know, and get the number 7 jersey on my back and play a few test matches in a row was one heck of a journey, and one I've enjoyed. And I think, you know, this group, yeah, we've been together for a long time, so they're your mates, and you know, I play rugby to play with my mates, and you know, you give your all out on the field and you sit there and you have a beer afterwards and chuckle about what happened on the field. So it was just great to experience that again, because one stage I thought, you know, I'll never be in a green jersey sitting with my mates and having a laugh and sharing a beer.
One more from Junior, then we'll go into Afrikaans.
Thanks. Heineke, people like Rudy and Sia, Morne didn't get much of a run in this campaign. But you know, Morne's got a lot of experience behind it. But you take, for instance, Sia and Rudy Page, they didn't get much time on the field. How do you as a leader, as a coach, break that down to them and explain to them that, you know, there's always tomorrow and so forth? What's the conversation you've had with them?
No, I think it's been great. Most of those guys SMS me and just thank you for the campaign. They've been better for it, as most of the guys that didn't play in the rest of the world. So they were quite positive. I think one of the, like Skalk said, one of the reasons we did turn it around is the positiveness of the guys that didn't play every single game. You need 31 there, and you need guys positive till the end. So I must say the guys that hasn't played all those games has been unbelievable positive. They've been great. Training as well, and but you should probably speak to them. But you know, I can just salute them for the professionalism and the sacrifice for the team. They've really been brilliant, and you know, it's the same for every team in the world. You can't play every single guy in every single game. So some guys are going to get game time, some not, and you have to back certain guys. But they've been awesome. I just want to thank them.
And a couple of Afrikaans. Spoon then.
Can I just get one English question out of the way?
You can answer it in Afrikaans. You can answer in Afrikaans.
And Heineke, if you were sitting in front of the General Council today, and I speak this on a perspective that a lot of the fans are waiting to hear what you have to say, and well, how would you plead with the General Council to continue in the role if you were sitting in front of them today?
How much time do you have?
Those council meetings last long.
No, listen, I think you must be brutal honest, and I've said again, you know, I want to be part of the solution. You know, I love my country. Want to coach in South Africa. I'm very proud of the boys, especially the youngsters, when they had to come through, they did. To have 3-4 captains sitting here all being injured, guys put up their hands. So I'm excited about this team. I'm loyal to South Africa. I want to stay in South Africa. There's more and more of our people leave South Africa and they coach in other countries, and they get quite good salaries for that as well. And I hope we go out of the country. So I've said from day one, I want to keep my head high if I'm finished. I want to keep my integrity intact, and I've said I'm here to serve, and I really want to make a difference in our country. There's you know, there's always negativity, but the positive things for me is that people's been amazing wherever we've gone. You know, everybody's proud of us, or probably 80% plus. So I'm there to serve. I know what it takes to win. I know what it takes to be the best in the world, but you have to get the systems in place. And it's just a big honor being involved. And I've got a lot of confidence in SA Rugby as well. They know what they're doing. They're already on the right track. They've already listened to a lot of stuff. Already things will be better next year, especially for the national side. So I'll write a full report, but for me it's just about being involved and making a difference in people's lives. And like I said, be part of the solution. I think everybody gives a lot of answers on what we should do, but nobody gets involved. We need more people to get involved. We need more people that bring solutions. And I've said from day one, I'm very proud of my country. We've got a talent. I'm proud of what we've achieved in the past and what we can achieve in the future. But the one thing that stands out for me is that this team can go all the way. And if you just see what New Zealand did with Graham Henry and like I said, where they're now, they've been together for 15 years with more or less the same coaching team. So we can get it right, but again, it's not for me. I'm just there to serve in any capacity. I just love rugby and I love South African rugby and I love the Springboks and the guys sitting around the table as my heroes. So it's just been a great journey for me. It's great to be involved and I love rugby, and if I can be involved in the future, that will be great.
I think we can take a hit. The family members are now coming into the room, so we can take a couple in Afrikaans and then we really do have to.
Sure, level that is. I haven't spoken Afrikaans for 60 months. Ja, dit is 'n groot voorreg om by die Springbokspan betrokke te wees. Dit is altyd 'n eer. Ek het baie vertroue in hierdie span. Ek dink hierdie span kan aangaan om een van die heel bestes ooit te wees. As mens kyk wat se pad die All Blacks geloop het om nou daar te wees. Ons het top jong spelers wat deurkom. SA Rugby het klaar baie goed gedoen om van die spelers te kontrakteer wat die eerste is. En as mens kyk hoe naby ons gekom en wat 'n goeie stelsel die All Blacks het en ons kon op die dag gewen het. Dit op die einde was 'n verskil van 'n drop goal van een van hulle beste spelers van alle tye wat hulle baie goed bestuur het. So dit is so naby gewees en ek dink ons het regte strukture in plek sit. Almal saamwerk van laerskool vlak af van voetbal vlak af, dan sal ons suksesvol wees. So dit is my net 'n groot voorreg om te dien. Ek het dit van die begin af gesê, wat 'n kapasiteit ook al. Ons het alles gegee. Daar's niks wat ons meer kon gegee het nie. Ons het teen die beste span van alle tye verloor. Het kon net so na ons kant toe gegaan het. Ons het teen die nommer 3 span in die uitspeel gespeel wat daai stadium Wallis was, wat hulle geklop. Ons het nommer 1 span ongelukkig verloor en ons nommer 4 span gewen in die uitspeel. So spelers het alles gedoen wat hulle kon. Tot op die einde alles het gegee. Ek is trots op die ouens en ek dink was 'n baie goeie en 'n voorspoedige future vir Suid-Afrikaanse rugby, as ek dit so kan stel.
And we've now got somebody who can speak sense coming onto the podcast. One more in Afrikaans.
Daniela en Trevor. Daar is wat op. Dan Daniela gaan en dan Trevor en dan daar op plaas zijn.
Net as jy kan herhaal, ek dink vas Skalk het gesê, hoe het julle gevoel toe julle die finaal gekyk het? Het julle gevoel jy ons kon eintlik gewen het?
Ja, het is altijd moeilijk om die finale te kijken. Ik heb niet te veel gekeken. Ik heb samen met mijn vrienden lekker rustige lunch gehad. Maar het maakt het zekerlijk beter. Die All Blacks is verdiende winners. Dat is nog niet één span in de wereld. Die laatste 4 jaar was nog ongelooflijk goed. Het is een span wat ons op de ronde gegeven. So, maar het heeft voor ons enigszins makkelijker gemaakt dat die All Blacks die finale gewinnen. Die voor ons was het net een grote teleurstelling. Het is hartstikke om die semi te verloren. Toen ons onszelf een beetje proberen recht te krijgen om die derde, vierde plek uitspelwedstrijd te winnen. Maar ik denk dat we een lang pad gekomen in de wereldbeker. We hebben naast in Japan verloren. Ik denk enige andere groep. Dus misschien heeft elkaar uitgevallen. Maar ik ben erg trots. Op die eind van die zit, die 31 spelers ons een groot groep bestuur. Dat was die skip vir mekaar gehou het. Ons het 'n manier gevind om te wen. En ons het amper die All Blacks gewen. Het was misschien niet perfect nie, maar ik baie trots op die mannen wat ons bereik in die laatste 8 weke.
Voor die net goue herhaling as jy die omgee jou ervaring van die wêreldbeker, jou emosies op die oomblik net algeheel oor die 7 weke wat nou afgeloop is.
Ja, ek dink my persoonlike ervaring was 'n bietjie anders gewees. Ek is in die wêreldbeker in, was nie heeltemal seker hoe my vorm sou wees nie. Ek het in Februarie laas gespeel. Ek wou rustig hierdie ding gaan, eers in Amerika begin het en na Japan verloor net die besluit gemaak. Ek kan nie nou tree getrap het teruggegee nie. So alles op die lyn gesit daar, volgende week kaptein geword, nog soveel te meer. Van die beste ervaring in my lewe gewees, ek weet die beker staan hierdie, maar vir my persoonlik is dit 'n beter ervaring as 2007 gewees, en dit is nie respect vir daai campaign nie, dit is net my persoonlike ervaring. Ons is Skalk en Victor, en Dwayne en Bus, julle 31 ouens, 32 ouens wat by mekaar gekom het, massive battle gehad het, 2 punte kort gekom het, maar baie trots op hoe ons het gedoen het.
Kyk net verslag. Heineke, jy het gepraat van groter samewerking en 'n tipe van 'n nasionale bewustyn wat geskep moet word om 'n rugby vorentoe te neem. So my eerste vraag is, waar gaan jy begin om dit te bewerkstellig? En dan my tweede vraag is eintlik maar net 'n ligter vraag. Japan is nou die enige land ter wêreld met 100% wenner teen die Bokke. Wanneer kry ons hierdie match?
Ja, ek dink belangrikste is om nie verskonings te wil maak nie. Ek dink mens moet self ondersoek doen en in diepte kyk na hoekom mens nie gewen het nie. Maar weer eens, soos Voorheel ook gesê het, een van die senior spelers het in die beste span van alle tye gespeel. Hulle het gisteraand op die award ceremony gesê, dit is dalk die beste sportsman van alle tye, en ons het so naby gekom, en dit maak opgewonde, soos ek 'n paar keer al gesê het, waar ons kan wees. So mense moet eers na jouself kyk, wat jy kan verbeter. SA Rugby het baie hulp gebied die laaste tyd, hulle het baie goed in plek gesit om ons beter te maak. En ek dink as ons op alle vlakke saamwerk, gaan ons net beter wees, maar jy as afrigter moet eers altyd na jouself kyk, en kyk waar ons binne die spring op bestuurspan kan verbeter. Mag het konsultante wees, maar mag het wat ook al wees, en dan op alle vlakke en aanbevelings doen, en SA Rugby het in verlede geluister, so ek spoor dit ons kan om vorentoe te werk. Jy weet, alle respect onder Japan, soos ek vir die rest van my lewe geken word in die afrigter wat in Japan verloor het, maar ek dink ook, Voorheel het ons vooruit uitgesê, ons is naïef. Japan het 3 van hulle 4 wedstryde gewen op die wêreldbeker, hulle moet baie krediet kry, hulle het 3 maande gehad om voor te berei vir daai wedstryd, en hulle het goed voorberei met goeie afrigters. Van die beste afrigters in die wêreld rig daar af op die oomblik, so hulle spelers word net beter. Die spelers wat hulle inkry, hulle kan net 3 per franchise speel, so daai 3 spelers is op 2. 3 mag gelê en net 2 mag op die veld wees. So hulle werf die heel beste spelers in die wêreld met ongelooflike kennis, en hulle gaan net beter raak. Hulle is nou nie top 10 in die wêreld, en hulle gaan ook beter raak in Super Rugby. So sal graag 'n rematch wil hê, maar hulle gaan ook in Super Rugby goed wees, en die dissipline wat hulle in die hand lig en die harde werk, en soos ek sê, op alle vlakke het hulle baie goeie afrigting, en selfs universiteite, hulle gaan net 'n krag word en hulle gaan sterker word. Mense het die persepsie as klein spelers, baie van die spelers kom van reg oor die wêreld af, en hulle het baie groot talentvolle spelers ook. So dis wat gaan gebeur met die res van die wêreld. Almal kyk wat die topspanne doen en hulle vang op. Ek het vroeër tyd gesê verskille gaan baie klein wees, en as mens kyk na al die uitslae, dink ons dan as die grootste teen Amerika. Maar alle eer aan Japan, hulle het 3 gewen, eerste keer in die wêreld hulle 3 wen en nie deurgaan nie. Hulle kon net so op deurgegaan het. So slou van 'n rematch, maar dit word nie makliker nie. Al die spanne word beter, en as ons nie gaan verbeter nie, gaan ons meer en meer agterraak, en soos ek gesê het, ek hoop ek kan deel wees van die oplossings en nie net van die kritiek nie.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Baie dankie.
So miskien wat die naweek ons miskien in die sharkie van oor die lyn. So dan met die